Alright, it's a tier 8 game on Mountain Pass. I'm in my T32. And I've determined that we're going to try and push south on this map. And try to claim victims down there. Since I'm top tier, I shouldn't have too much to the gun, even though it's a little on the low damage side, a little on the low pen side. Should serve me extremely well. No need to worry about bouncing off of tier 9 and worse tier 10 tanks. This gun sometimes has trouble damaging. Alright, so I quickly try and get past this open gap because I always feel very, very exposed out here in a heavy tank. Unlike my tank destroyer, which loves it because it can sit there, hide some bushes, and blaze away at things, heavy tanks are way too easy to see. So I'm coming this way at first, and I'm thinking, la 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 la, I'm going to try and make the corner in J2, J3, and fight it out right there. And la 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 la. Watching the team, Team is not following me. Team is, matter of fact, all sitting back there and having a shootout across the open space, whereas the enemy team is crossing their open space as fast as they can. Oh, well, fine. They don't have to come down here and help me. I don't need help. I'm a T32. I'm invincible. At least so long as all people can see is my turret. So I'm going to line up right here behind this little berm. I call for help because I'm not an idiot. And I'm really trying to decide whether or not I want to abandon this position here. If I ultimately decide that, you know what, I'm a tier 8 tank, I'm a T32, if anyone can sit in a position like this and hold it, it's me. And sure enough, there's my counterpart. All I managed to do is track him, but, you know, fair enough. He's got a lot of friends. That's an FCM.
That one didn't go through.
Yep. T32, very tough tank. Oh, I'm being flanked by a VK-3002M. Still enough to expose himself. Well, a little bit. I managed to take his track as well. Nice to know at least I can hit my targets, even if I can't seem to damage them. Alright, so I'm most worried about him. There he is, still tracked. Whoop, get damaged by the WZ-131. But, you know, not too bad. And I do manage to get some good damage to the VK, so I guess it's kind of worth it. Hello, Mr. Scout. Put a solid shot into him as sort of a payback for what he did to me. At this point, there's an AT-15 and a T-29 have shown up to reinforce me, but there's a lot more tanks attacking us. Go for the T-29, I think he's a little more exposed. Nope, round goes high, I end up bouncing off his turret. Still, this is looking to be a very tough fight right here. Yeah, they're all aiming at me. Round after round bounces off of my turret as we fight them right here. Of course, I'm not doing any damage either. Panther's almost exposed enough for me to put a shot into him. Almost. He keeps wiggling. I think he's actually being engaged from the front by the AT-15. There's all. He ultimately wiggles too far, and I'm able to take him down. I go back to shooting at heavy tanks. FCM-50, relatively armored. Unfortunately, he's accurate enough to shoot off my track. Don't have any really good shots here, but I decided to try and take one into him, and I end up tracking the T-32 again. Yay. Unfortunately, AT-15 ends up blocking their attacks on me, so I'm able to untrack and put a return shot into the FCM-50 ton. AT-15, though, took a beating doing that. But I decided to come up here and try and improve my angle on these guys, particularly on that T-32. Whoop, once again I lose my track, this time the enemy T-32. I decided I feel a little too exposed, so I use my repair kit to get back out. AT-15 fortunately has managed to back away back to where he's relatively safe, so it's back to me trying to damage these guys. Put a good solid penetrating round into the T-29. Our T-29 has definitely seen better days. I decided at this point that we've got enough tanks sitting here watching from this angle, so I'm going to try and push them back a little bit from over here. And oh, it's that silly Scout again. He bounces off my turret and then ducks away when I aim at him. Smart Scout.
That one didn't go through.
Yeah, bounce, bounce, bounce. But you might notice they've all backed away. They're no longer covering this little gap right here. So I can advance this next position right here. without having to suffer flank attacks. Matter of fact, now I can move right up to this dead VK and try and side scrape my way out of here. He gets tracked. And I'm eating a whole bunch of agents. Oh, an E25 has also shown up to this party. Ooh. Oh, someone shot me in the top of my cupola. E25 actually did it. T29 damages my track, but we managed to get the T32. We're still outnumbered here. There's still 4 of them to 3 of us. It's actually remarkable we've managed to last this long. Managed to put another solid shot into that T29. Our AT-15 is... Our T29 goes down. It's now, well, it was 3 on 3. Now it's 2 on 3. I see the scout tank is moving to flank the AT-15. Unfortunately, I miss him, and the T-29 manages to get another damaging hit into me. At this point, realizing that they've got the AT-15 in a really bad spot, I go try and charge in and end up getting snagged on the VK corpse. The AT-15 kills the T-29 and calls for help. I go charging in to try and rescue him. Fast as this big lumbering tank can go. Fortunately, between my blocking and his own shooting, he's able to scare the little WZ off. At only 43 health, the WZ's got to be feeling a little bit nervous about engaging both of us, though he's way more agile than either of us. I'm sure this battle looks extremely comical from his point of view as those big lumbering heavy vehicles try to catch his agile little self. I'm the more agile of the two of us, so I decide it's my job to try and force him out of hiding. Whoops, just missed him. Now, of course, he has enough time to try and to duck down here and try and get away. I go in hot pursuit, as hot as it gets anyways when you're in a heavy tank. Ah, just missed him. But he can't get very far because the team has actually won. He's the last surviving tank on his team. Because I'm coming, he ends up being forced to drive out right in front of the AT-15's gun. And that's that. Good game and good night. Alright, it's a tier 6 game on Pavora Horoka. You know the map. I'm in my T49. We're gonna go around having some fun, seeing if I can track down and destroy my enemies. So being a T49, I sort of feel like when you start on the north side of the map, there's really only one good place to go. That's to run over here and try and keep an eye on the roadway to the west. There's a lot of good concealment over here, and the T49, of course, is a great lover of concealment. I'm quite pleased, however, to see that most of my team is moving towards the cap circle, because on a counter, gaining control of that side of the map is crucial if you actually want to win the match. People come over here well, I won't say they're wasting themselves. They're just they're potentially not going to have taking any part in the battle. So I'm trying to. Here I am running up towards the spotting bush right up here. Make it safely without being spotted. Get myself in a position. The Covenanter appears to be just sort of going for it. He's just charging straight down the middle of that spot right there, seeing if he'll find anything. And sure enough, he spots a Churchill 1. Cool. Churchills are tasty. Yeah, that missed him. That bounced off. Oh, well, he died, but I'm going to actually kill this scout first. I want to try and force the Churchill to come up and spot for me. Oh, I set him on fire. I made him actually bouncing off of a light tank, but that round found him. So the enemy team is actually taking the aggressive point and is on the cap circle, whereas my team seems to be more or less spread out from the northern railroad across that island and then up to the base of the hill. It's not an awful thing, but they could be positioned better. I'm also now the only tank on the entire west side here. Oh, here comes that Churchill. Looks like he's decided that he's going to find out what was shooting at him earlier. He's going to regret that decision just a little bit. Because there's no one over here to stop him but me. So I'm going to start putting fire down range. There he is. The first one didn't hit him.
That one didn't go through.
Yeah, here he is. He's blind firing. Actually did hit him. He just bounced off. Now he's pointing at least close to the right direction. Hey, that shot was even kind of close.
Enemy armor is hit.
Now he's probably just panicking. He's decided his only chance is to try and spot me before I kill him. Yeah, he's still trying to blind fire me to death.
Gotcha.
That kills him, and I immediately start moving just in case I was spotted. the new Sixth Sense pops up, so I know I was not spotted. Which is actually kind of amazing. So I've just managed to kill 2 enemy tanks. Not exactly quite by my own. That Crusader did some spotting damage. Did some spotting for me, let me know it was down there. So now I'm just sort of kind of chilling here, trying to figure out, alright, do I risk moving forward? I got no support. For all I know, there's, you know, half the surviving enemy team down there. There's only 4 enemy tanks have been spotted, and only 4 have been destroyed. There's could be as many as 7 left. Okay, now 6 left. Mind you, 2 of those are artillery, but still, 1 T-49 versus 4 tanks of any tier is an awfully imbalanced fight. Yeah, for the T-49 anyways. They probably think it's perfectly balanced. So I'm just sitting here chilling. It looks like my team is doing acceptably well. Okay, there's another one. We now know where all but... Yeah, still don't know where 4 of them are. But seeing that most of their tank destroyers are actually on the other flank, I decided it's time to get brave. And I started advancing. Very carefully at first. First to this bush. Anybody? Anybody? Nope, okay. Then move along the brush line right here. And onto the road. I start bush hopping through this right here. Oops, didn't really want to hit that tree. That would just let people know I was coming. Very, very hard to do though in this tank. Dodge trees. It's although I've done everything I can to make it as agile as possible, it isn't really all that much. But coming up here and no one's shooting at me. Still no one shooting. There's still no Sixth Sense alarm going off. This whole side is empty. Cool. T-49 commando missions can begin. Move to this bush first and then hide behind it for a few moments to see if I spot anything. But there's still no sign of any enemy tanks. They all just clustered on the backside of that hill. Alright, we'll skip up another bush. This line of bushes right here will make a great position to hide and check out for the next one. Oh, a martyr. That looks delightful. And oh, a artillery. But no immediate shot at the artillery, so we'll deal with the martyr first.
Enemy is hit.
There we go. Well, I only hit him. The T-40 actually killed him. Well, there's a gorilla right there. And I'm like, do I just want to sit here and spot him for my artillery? That, in theory, will work. So I decided to sit and just watch for a little bit, see if he explodes. He clearly has no idea that he's under observation right now. Decide to move up a bush. Move up here, try and get a better angle on him. Then just get impatient with my artillery. He has good reflexes. The moment he takes the first hit, he gets moving. I don't know if that was a deliberate dodge and weave. Oop, an SU-5 is suddenly spotted over there when he fires his gun. I'll deal with him in a moment. Excelsior has popped up on my left. I'm in a great spot to engage him because he's got his back to me.
We didn't even scratch them. Penetration. We didn't even scratch them.
Remarkably difficult to destroy most. The Excelsior. Alright, up to 5 kills. There's only 1 enemy tank left. My team has actually did some cleaning up while I was there, though they took very heavy casualties doing it. Oop, SU-100 just took out 1, but I can see him now. He's inside my draw range. My first shot doesn't go through, which allows him to kill the T-40. But my final round flies through and takes him out for a top gun. Good game, and good night.